How has hosting the Everyday Investor podcast shaped your own investing philosophies? There must have been a time where you adopted new ways of thinking based on what the guests had shared with you.
Yeah, yeah. Like, and to be honest, when I first started doing the podcast, I was probably one of maybe four podcasts out there in the investing space. And so I was learning how to do podcasting, still am. I was probably learning how to be an investor myself personally first, even though I've been a financial advisor for 22 years now. It was mostly in the area of lending and insurance, and the investing part came later. And I think, like a lot of people who work in this industry, you're more or less, let's be honest, you're a conduit for product manufacturers to push their stuff on consumers. You're not necessarily helping people get wealthy. No disrespect for those that do genuinely help people get wealthy, but there's a lot of product pushing, and financial advisors are really seen as a distribution channel and one to be managed according to the regulator. And so when I started looking into this and I talked to real people who made real amounts of money, they weren't diversifying in an ETF. They were concentrating into very uncertain specific bets in business, or more likely in New Zealand here in property. And so eventually, when I got into having a broader conversation with people, I tapped into this Bitcoin thing, which I was 100% a skeptic on. I thought it was made up internet money, but it was just another example of eventually figuring out that, hey, I don't know what I don't know yet. I better get to know this before I have this conversation. So doing the podcast helped me to be a better investor because it forced me to look at things for what they really are rather than through the frame of reference that I'd built up over, my career at the time.